What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I got 3 pairs of undisputed black metal classics to run through here for you today. Lately, I've been talking a lot about black metal bands that you probably are new to or probably unfamiliar with, but all of these titles that I'm going to be talking to you about here, you're going to be very, very familiar with very quickly. But first, what we're listening to in the background: Marduk, Serpent Sermon. More on Marduk later. And by the way, before anybody asks, yeah, you're not seeing things. This is a purple-violet Grand Belial's key shirt. I regret nothing. Let's get the first band out of the way here. Of course, we're going to start off with some very, very iconic and classic Norwegian black metal. This is Immortal with Battles in the North. This is their 3rd full-length album from 1995, and of course this is a 2017 reissue put out through Osmos Productions. And of course, I don't really need to say too much about Immortal that many others have already said, but yeah, very much a legendary Norwegian black metal band. Of course, this band put out some seriously incredible material in their early stages of their existence, with their early demos, their debut album, Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism, and what I consider to be the best Immortal album ever with Pure Holocaust. But how are they going to follow up something as brilliant and amazing as Pure Holocaust? Pretty much whittle it down to just Abath and Demonaz, and just put out an absolutely iconic and memorable record. I mean, a lot of people love this album for so many different reasons, from the production to how fast a lot of the songs are to the photography, but this is just an absolutely iconic and classic Immortal album in terms of songwriting, in terms of lyricism, in terms of just overall cold, frost-bitten Norwegian black metal. This album had all of the goods, from the title track through the Hands of Eternity, Cursed Realms of the Winter Demons, Blashyrkh Mighty Raven Dark. Unbelievably iconic songs on this album, and this album still holds the test of time all this time later. This is definitely one of the greatest Immortal albums to ever exist. But anyway, here's the front cover. Super glossy jacket, and of course this legendary photograph of the 2 principal members of this band at the time on this photograph with their guitars. Unfucking believable. Back cover, more great photography, track listing and credits. Gatefold with more band member pics and lyrics for all the songs. And this came on a really, really interesting vinyl color variation. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, but it's like this crystal clear white milky merge with white smoky swirls. It's a weird but beautiful vinyl color, and I definitely think it suits the overall theme of this album very well here. It's a clear white with smoke. It's so crazy. I don't even know how to fucking describe it, but it looks good, it sounds good, and I'm very, very happy that that Osmos made this album easily accessible again. But yeah, if you're into Immortal, if you're into their early and classic material, I would highly recommend you check out Battles in the North. This is an absolute masterpiece. And you wonder how they were going to follow up something like this. And well, we have the answer right here. This, once again, this is Immortal with Blizzard Beasts. This is their 4th full-length album from 1997, and this is another 2017 Osmos Productions reissue. But yeah, this is the 4th Immortal album, and this would be one of the last Immortal albums leading up to At the Heart of Winter. Of course, they followed this after with At the Heart of Winter, but before that album came out, this one did, and this is more of the renegade, cold, frostbitten sort of sounds that you would best know Immortal for. Once again, back as a trio of people. Really, really fun Immortal album. Nebula Raven's Winter, Mountains of Might, Frost Demon Storm, just a whole bunch of more classic, awesome Immortal songs to be heard on this record. It's really, really fun stuff to listen to. But yeah, this isn't like Pure Holocaust or Battles in the North, but it's its own special sort of entity, and it makes for a very, very entertaining listen. And I'll never forget the time that one of my longtime viewer subscribers gave me a classic era Immortal shirt with the Battle Beasts album cover on it, and I still hold that in high regards to this very day. So, but Blizzard Beasts has a bit of a personal connection to me in some sort of ways, but this is a fucking amazing album, and if you haven't heard Blizzard Beasts, I definitely recommend you give it a shot. But anyway, here's the front cover, another glossy jacket here, great photography of all the band members here, back cover with track listings and credits, gatefold with more glossiness and more lyrics. And I bought this locally through my local record store, Hogwild Records, and I was kind of perplexed by the album, by the vinyl color at first, but it's still pretty nonetheless to look at. It's on a crystal clear vinyl with rainbow splatter. Yeah, beautiful rainbow splatter on here. A lot of Immortal reissues around that time came out with the rainbow splatter. Very intriguing sort of color scheme here, but I still think it looks awesome and it sounds awesome too. But yeah, Blizzard Beast is a very, very important album in the Immortal discography, and I think it's definitely worth paying attention to and listening to. But yeah, Blizzard Beast by Immortal, definitely check this one out. And yeah, like I said before, they followed that album up with At the Heart of Winter, which I thought was the last really good Immortal album. I really wasn't into anything else they had done up until Northern Chaos Gods last year. That was a comeback to just be floored by. Fucking love that album. I mentioned Marduk earlier, and we're going to be talking about Marduk now, and we're going to get started with one of their most iconic releases, Where It All Began. This is Marduk with Fuck Me Jesus. Yeah. This is their debut EP from 1991, released through Osmos Productions, and once again, this is another 2017 reissue through Osmos Productions, and yeah, this is where it all began for Marduk. Absolutely raw, unbridled, unfiltered black metal madness. Absolutely legendary stuff. I mean, from the title track, Departure from the Mortals, Within the Abyss, Shut Up and Suffer, just some absolutely chaotic, unapologetic black metal here, and it's definitely a telltale sign of where things would be soon coming for a band like Marduk. It is just absolutely intense and insane. I mean, yeah, great EP, but yeah, here's the front cover. Very legendary album cover art. Back cover here with the dude holding the upside down cross and the track listings. Comes with a printed inner sleeve. There you have the band member artwork in question, the band members in question, and you have lyrics for most of the songs that are on here. Really neat. And this is a 2017 reissue through Osmos, so you're going to get a pretty crazy vinyl color here. And this comes on a very nice purple with red, black, white splatter. Really nice, but get a load of the B-side of this thing. This is just absolutely beautiful. Fucking love this etching on the B-side here of the Marduk's emblems here. Really badass. Love that a lot. But yeah, Osmos did a badass job with this reissue, and I'm very pleased to have this this classic EP in a vinyl format. I have two versions of Fuck Me Jesus on CD. I have the repress, and I have the original slimline case from back when this came out. It's fucking great stuff. But yeah, Fuck Me Jesus by Marduk, classic stuff. And speaking of classic stuff, we're gonna fast forward to 1996 for probably one of my favorite Marduk albums of all time. Once again, this is Marduk with Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered. Yeah, this is their fourth full-length album from 1996, and this is the follow-up to Opus Nocturne, which is another great Marduk album in its own right. But this album holds a very special place in my heart in terms of the themes, the concepts, the lyrics, the music. It's just an absolutely fantastic package all the way through and through. Of course, my favorite album from Marduk is Panzer Division Marduk. I would love to see that album get a proper vinyl reissue one of these days. But as far as Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered is concerned, it is an absolute classics album. A lot of Transylvanian, vampyric sort of shit going on this album. Listening to songs like Summon the Darkness, The Black Tormentor of Satan. Of course, in my opinion, one of the greatest Marduk songs ever with Dracul Vadomni Didnu in Transylvania. Absolutely legendary Marduk song, and these songs get better and better with every single listen. I had an amazing time listening to this album, and it just gets better and better every single time. But yeah, here's the front cover. Kind of wish the color would pop out just a little bit more, because if you've seen this album cover, you know how much the purple colors on this thing really stand out and are bright. I really love this album cover, but I just wish this was a little bit brighter. Of course, you see some gloss in this gatefold, typical of the Osmos Productions reissues. Back cover with the Marduk badge, track listings. Gatefold, you got some more pretty colors going on here. And the band members involved in this release, credits and information. And this is a 2016 pressing, and this came on a very, very interesting sort of vinyl color. It's like a clear magenta, pink, purple with smoky swirls. It's almost like a bubblegum sort of color, but I definitely think it fits the overall theme of the record here. This purple, pink bubblegum sort of thing here. Side B, of course. Really, really fantastic job done here with this album. And if you're a Marduk fan, I definitely would love to see where you put this album in Marduk's discography. It is absolutely legendary, and I fucking love this album. But yeah, Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered by Marduk. Go check this one out. Alright. And the last two records I'm going to show you are of probably one of the greatest one-man US black metal entities of all time. If many of you remember, I talked about these particular releases in a collection update, but when I found out that they were getting a more legitimate, proper reissue, I jumped in on the opportunity to get them, and I parted ways with the versions I had previously, and now I have these versions, and I feel a lot happier about it. This is Leviathan with the first sublevel of Suicide. Yeah. This is a reissue of the first sublevel of Suicide put out through Leviathan's own label, Devout Records. And if you need a little bit of a recap, this is a compilation of demo material and split material recorded around the time of the debut Leviathan album entitled The 10th Sublevel of Suicide. Of course, we all know how much that album is fucking classic and very meaningful to a lot of fans of American black metal. But yeah, Leviathan, early material, just absolutely legendary. And I love the fact that this reissue got the proper bells and whistles that it needed to be. The songs sound better, the presentation is better, just everything about this is better, and you don't have to feel a slight ounce of guilt when listening to these reissues, and it's really, really fucking awesome. But a lot of great songs to be heard on this release, like Sardana Scorn, Scenic Solitude and Leprosy, of course a classic song like The Idiot's Son, and From Crevice Rotten. Just some really, really top-notch stuff going on here. But anyway, here's the front cover. There you see the classic Leviathan moon and cross. As you can see, this is different and much better artwork, better quality gatefold on here, uncoated stock on this thing. Back cover with track listings and credits. There you see the Devout logo, more wild and crazy artwork. There you see a gatefold with more of what's to expect on this release. This is a beautiful gatefold here with track listings, credits, who's involved in what. And all these reissues are expanded to double LPs, and they're remastered. The remaster job by James Plotkin is absolutely fucking insane. And they both LPs are on a standard black vinyl. This is the first record right here. Really, really awesome job done here with the sound and the presentation of this record. But yeah, if you're somehow able to get a hold of this particular version, this is worth it and so much more. This is the genuine version of the first sub-level of Suicide. Go check this one out. And last but not least is the other part of this whole Leviathan reissue stuff. Once again, this is Leviathan with Unfailing Fall into Naught. Yeah, this is another official compilation reissue put out through Devout Records, and this is pretty much a compilation of some very, very important material in Leviathan's discography. Most notably, the Blind Wound EP and the songs from the split with Xasthur. Absolutely legendary material in Leviathan's discography. Just some seriously, seriously great stuff on those respective releases and songs from Leviathan. But I love the inclusion of some of the extra stuff, bonus features that are included on here. You get a Judas Iscariot cover of the song Where Winter Beals Incessant. You have a Christian Death cover of the song Dogs. And then you have the 7-inch EP song Withering Upon Her Kingdom of Was. I'm pretty sure if you saw Mike Seatown's video, you saw how that EP looked and how poorly made it was, but I definitely think it's way better that it gets released on a proper reissue release like this. No sleeve that can't fit or anything like that. It fits just fine here. This is a really, really great compilation, and like I said previously, this version is the version you're going to want to have to get. Anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover art. Absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Back cover here with track listings. There you see the Devout Records logo. Another badass gatefold here with some more artwork. And there you have credits for all the songs in question. Once again, great, great job as far as the mastering and the sound quality and everything. It just sounds fucking sick. But yeah, once again, double LP on a black vinyl. Love the center label on this thing. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, great, great job done here by Leviathan and Devout Records on these reissues. But yeah, these are the versions you're going to have to get. I mean, if you happen to get those other versions, probably look for them used or not support the other label that originally put them out because they're not really relevant or worth your time. But this version and the other version are. But yeah, Leviathan, Unfailing Fall into Naught, definitely check this one out. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. Let me know what you feel, how you feel about all those albums and releases if you happen to have owned them or heard them. Let me know what you think about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Ernie out.